You've got the word, sir. You've got the word, sir.
We can speak about, let's say, architectural experiences, let's say buildings, like the Bitra whatever, or the stadium. But we can talk about, let's say, learnings, technical learnings about all this stuff that we saw in these universities. There are like different stuff, no?
Yes, but I think the most important thing is the connection. Because you see Fray Otto, then you see a totally different project, and then you see robots, and then like it's everything in between. And that's what makes the trip really nice. Is that you see something that you see very nice architecture. It's not what you want to do. It's totally different. It's from another time, but you see the connection, and you start to combining all the things into one.
This was the intention of the trip. The intention of the trip was to see university departments. I don't see you. University departments that would be doing more or less what we are doing. So also to see other people that are doing the same things and how we can position ourselves in relation to them. Also see factories for me was important, because so you see that this is something that is connected to the industry, that is out there. You have to use it. It's out there. When you do architecture, you will know that the production facilities are out there, and then the connection with actual build stuff, so that you begin to relate it all together. But this is really the intention.
According to the project of Giguère Urban in Pompidou Met, they were developing all the structure, no?
Yes.
Optimizing according to the prices of the per meter, or according to the forces, no? And then in another side, you have the consultants for doing the calculation of the structure, another to do the management, another to do the installation. And all this branch, they are playing a very simple idea, no? This Chinese hat. 2 weeks before, we had Giguère Urban at Iaac saying, okay, this is the kind of thing that you have to do if you want to win international competition.
In the end, it's also about having a pure concept, huh?
Everything can be built today, no? And the proof is that there is many expertise working in the development of this idea, thanks to the specialization. But the problem is the original idea, no? It is a very famous sentence by Andy Warhol. It's not important to know. It's just to know the person who knows.
The best way to prove the original idea is to point everything you do towards it. So, but as soon as you start doing things in totally different directions and start pointing them in different directions, it doesn't make sense. But as soon, like Hertog de Meuron did it, like the building we saw today, which was laid, because suddenly you get a staircase that it goes through the roof. And normally if you had a stair going through the roof, you will go up to the roof. But here you enter a new room.
In the studio, what we're trying to do is to put first fabrication and materials first, and let design emerge out of it. Inverting the sequence, where design doesn't come at the beginning, but design happens more towards the end, and it's more emerging from materials and fabrication.
Things, for example, today we visit this Sahadi project, very famous, very fancy, very, with an extremely beautiful design, but this building is an object. So the thing is, architecture is not an object. You have to take into consideration a lot of stuff, more parameters. It's not only about the tectonic, it's not only about the expression, design, and I don't know. You need to consider other stuff. I'm just saying that the first question is so relevant. For me,
it was amazing.
Amazing, very poetical.
But you could have done it in Japan, and it would
be amazing as well.
Amazing as well.
But this was a playground. It was an exposition of buildings, like of big things.
It was chairs.
A collection.
But at the end of the day, look, of all the people that we saw, you got the robot guys in Lausanne that tell you, I've been 5 years developing this salamander thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is one reference. 5 years into a salamander robot. Then you have people like, let's say,
No, but in my mind,
Lapa, you don't know them well, but Lapa were the first people that ever did a digitally fabricated pavilion. The sphere, you remember the sphere that they showed us with the studs? That they kind of optimized the structure for the sphere? This was, at that time, a complete breakthrough. Because nobody was working like that. Nobody. So now, of course, we have all the scripting and stuff, but then it was not like that. So this was the first people that ever kind of manufactured the idea of a pavilion. So I think that for me at least, the big lesson is that things take time. First of all, things take time. It's not in 2 months that you're gonna do it. But you can have a kind of a diagram of a process. You only need to know that you need to relate certain things, and it is going to be at the concept stage. So accept it. Accept it and do the best concept you can. As almost if you were to now, let's say, highlight what you're gonna do in the next 5 years.
Marta, any comments? Any comments?
Are you recording?
No, not recording.
Hello world. Hello world.
Cut.
Mom, a Chinese hat in Paris, no?
In the Mercedes-Benz Museum, you learned that in 2 years you can make a detailed, perfect building.
I didn't learn that.
This is absolutely creative.
It is. That's about it. You won the what?
It's very difficult.
One phrase that you will remember.
Yeah.